little red Bliss potatoes. So I'm gonna cook them in the pressure cooker. This could not be easier. I have a grate or rack in the bottom of this pressure cooker. I'm going to put 3 pounds of petite new red potatoes. I'm going to put some water in the bottom. Now you're gonna wanna do this according to your manufacturer's instructions. I'm not gonna put any seasoning in here, but I'm gonna put the lid on it. And I'm gonna make sure that valve is set to pressure, and then on mine, I have a potato setting. I'm gonna hit potatoes, and yours may have a potato setting. If it doesn't, you're gonna wanna consult your manufacturer's instruction manual, but most of them do have a potato setting now. But I'm just gonna let this run, and then when we come back, I'm gonna show you what they look like. I'm gonna do a quick release on these potatoes. I'm not going to do a natural release. All right, our potatoes have come off of pressure. I cracked the lid, and voila, our potatoes are done. I pierced one with a fork to make sure they were done all the way. I hope you give cooking potato salad potatoes in your pressure cooker a try. I'm going to share with you how I pressure cook my hard-boiled eggs to perfection in 6 minutes flat, and the peels will literally jump off these babies. I'm only doing a dozen today, but you can do as many as you like. And I have seen demonstrations that tell you can do 2, 3, 4 dozen at a time. However, I recommend just doing a dozen at a time. And the first time you do it, you may want to do just 6, just to see what makes you comfortable. So rack eggs, 1.5 cups of water. I'm gonna put my lid on. I'm gonna make sure this is set to pressurize. We're gonna come down here and we're going to set it. You wanna use your rice setting, and you wanna do 6 minutes. I'm gonna let this come to pressure and cook. Then I'm gonna quick release it. I'll be back when it's time to do that. All right, our pressure has completed. Our timer has counted down, and I'm gonna release the pressure for a quick release. You don't wanna do natural release on your eggs, or you're gonna be really disappointed because they're really gonna overcook. While that's happening, get yourself a bowl with some ice and some water in it, and get yourself a pair of tongs. So we're gonna wait for this to come down from pressure, and then we'll remove the lid and we'll show you what happens. Our pressure is done, and make sure when you remove the lid, you move it away from you, please, so that you don't get a steam burn or drip hot water. Now what you wanna do is you wanna take these eggs and you wanna pop them in this bowl of ice water. All right, I'm gonna show you how beautifully these peel. This is how I like to peel hard-boiled eggs, but when I make them in the pressure cooker, they literally jump out of their shell. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm gonna just cut this in half. Could you have a more perfectly boiled egg? Gorgeous. No gray ring. Absolutely perfect. 5 minutes under pressure. These eggs are delicious. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make rice in your pressure cooker. You're gonna do equal parts of rice to water. So I have 4 cups of rice and 4 cups of cold water. And for my own preference, I'm gonna add about a teaspoon or so of salt and about a tablespoon of oil. The oil is going to save the starch from getting stuck up in your vent. If the starch gets stuck up in there, it's gonna force that starchy water up into the vent, and it could actually hurt your machine over time. Put your lid on, and then you wanna make sure that the arrows meet up on my model. And this is how hard it is to cook rice in a pressure cooker. Because this is white rice, you're just gonna hit the rice button. It's gonna cook for 6 minutes. Now, if you're gonna do brown rice, you wanna refer to your manufacturer's instructions. You are gonna wanna cook brown rice for a little bit extra time. So you may wanna give brown rice 10 minutes as opposed to 6 minutes, but the other rules still apply. Equal parts, water to rice, no problem. And always, always, always remember the oil. We're gonna wait for this to come up to pressure. We're gonna have it cook for 6 minutes. We're gonna wait for it to come down from pressure, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna show you what it looks like. We have cooked the rice. It's gone up to pressure, cooked for 6 minutes, and come down off of pressure. In reality, that's about 20 minutes. And then what you're gonna have is the most perfect cooked rice ever. You see, look it, and you just fluff it. It's beautiful. It's fluffy, and each grain is separate. I just wanted to show you that it did not stick on the bottom, and it's it's loose and it's perfect and it's not sticking anywhere. The rice is just perfectly cooked and it's beautifully fluffy. And there you have it, perfectly cooked white rice in your pressure cooker.